I'm Nicole Grella.
And I'm Natasha Kowalski, and welcome to another episode of Mic'd Up. We have a fantastic show for you today. Our guest, Mark Wylie, will be performing a couple of his original songs for us, and then we'll even have a chance to sit down and chat with him.
But first, let's learn more about him.
Mark Wylie is the lead guitarist of the progressive metal band Matria, based out of Whitby, Ontario. Mark also launched his solo album, Moments, released on February 13th, 2019, which is also his birthday. Mark and the band are currently working on their second album for Matria.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Wylie will be performing an original song, and he's been keeping it a secret. So let's find out what he's got in store for us all right here on Mic'd Up.
Mark Wylie, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for our interview after this commercial break.
I wish that were me.
It could be you.
Who's there?
It's God or the devil, and I've got just the thing for you.
Me?
Rent a friend, and it's cheaper than your ex-girlfriend. No legal setbacks. In fact, it's completely off the record.
Yeah. Okay.
No returns, like
Alright,
in It
okay.
Follows.
Yeah.
Rent a friend. We'll do anything for you, but he won't do that. He'll shine your shoes. He'll open the door for you. He'll scour the trash for things you need. Hell, he'll even serenade for you.
Yeah, I used it. He kind of scares me.
All right, welcome back again, guys. Thank you, Mark, for joining us today. Nicole, do you want to start off with some questions?
Yes. Mark, I am a huge fan of yours. I've listened to all of the albums, the EPs, big fan. I just want to know, like, you know, you were in a band, you still are in a band, but when did you write your first solo track? When did it start? Like,
Cool. So,
yeah.
it started a year before the Moments album.
Yes.
So I had came back from school and had kind of been playing around with the idea of doing this acoustic kind of thing as
Yeah.
a way to, you know, be able to do it as a solo endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of just began from playing around on my computer and recorded some things down, and then it kind of flowed from there, and that's how it all
Just
kind of
picked up
turned
the
out.
just picked up the guitar
time
and
and
just time and effort,
Oh,
found a
that's cool.
tune.
Some people
Amazing.
can just not have any practice, just jump right into it, and you're clearly one of those. So since you're in a metal band as well as doing some really interesting instrumental solo stuff, do you like having both options? You got kind of the best of both worlds going on there. Do you want to keep that going for as long as you can, having both?
Yeah, totally. It's good to be able to be on either side of the spectrum, whether it's, you know, on the heavier side of things or more on the soft side of things.
Yeah.
And it's good to have the freedom to be able to collaborate with other people, or just have, you know, complete control and do
so
whatever I like.
has there been some cool opportunities that have come from being in both the metal industry and in like the solo world?
Yeah, with my band, we've had the opportunity to play some cool shows with other people, and it's a great way to network and get around. And with my own music, I've had, again, equally some cool opportunities to play and share my music around Ontario.
Fantastic. That's all you
That's
want.
so cool. So from, you know, from Counterparts to Fable, from now, like, tell me, did you change your sound at all? Like, how was, like, that whole time frame? Like, did you pick up new instruments, new beats, new things? Like, did the change, the change of you, like, how is the process of it? Have you changed completely, different sounds? What is it?
Yeah, it's cool you bring up Counterparts.
Love it.
Because you had said,
I had to.
you had sort of like had your your first solo song, and like it's a tricky question because there have been so many songs, but
Yeah.
that was probably the very inception of like this solo thing.
Yeah.
So that began out of that whole thing was written one night
Wow.
with a loop
No
pedal,
way.
and I kind of figured out how to use audio effects with the electric guitar, and I was like, oh,
Amazing.
this is a cool thing because
Yeah.
Wow.
it's the kind of juxtaposition of
Mm-hmm.
it's acoustic, but then you're hearing it as all electric sounds.
Yeah.
So Counterparts kind of led me into Detour, where all the sounds are just on the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And then from Detour, it was kind of like, well, I've kind of explored pushing the boundaries of what the, you know, just I can do on the guitar, but now let's see if I can just replace some of those sounds with
Yeah.
what I'm trying to basically imitate. So
Exactly.
instead of imitating a flute or a synthesizer or things like that, let's just beginning to incorporate those elements.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. I love
And
that.
It sounds like when you listen to your music that you're sampling full-on nature. Like, are you going to a river with a recording device
Yeah.
and like getting those yourself?
I wish.
Okay.
I'm taking the shortcut and I'm going on a hosting platform
Yeah.
that has
Which is
links.
totally fine.
Ben Sam does
And
the job.
I can just stay in my space and, you know, pretend like I'm going into other spaces.
You incorporate them so well, though. So I have to ask, being a graduate of Berkeley has made you a respected teacher of music to everyone in the GTA. So with that, in your experience, what is more rewarding then, teaching music or playing music?
Ooh. It's probably more rewarding teaching, just because it's nice. I get that sense of satisfaction when I see a student really thrive.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but it obviously it's fun to you know, have the opportunity to play.
It's a lot looser of an, I guess, kind of atmosphere for you. But do you find yourself teaching to all age ranges, like
Yeah.
adults, children? That's wicked.
Mhm.
Good stuff. And do you travel all over the GTA, or does it go further?
Yeah, so I teach at a studio in Scarborough. I started a studio in Brooklyn, and
Okay.
then I work at a private school in North York.
Wow, that's
Very
amazing.
cool. Hi,
That's a lot.
so much on your
Gotta
plate.
pay the bills.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm thinking about sleep, but you know, you're totally
Do
right.
you? No.
No, you're right. But
So coming back to you mastering the loop pedal, obviously using different kind of samples, like the soundscapes that you create, do you think about them ahead of time, or do they just kind of come about once you start messing around with the instruments you have and the loop pedals, and then they just create themselves?
It's a good question. There's not one fixed answer, but like one approach would be I could have a sketch of a song,
Okay.
or there's two main methods. Like you can go top down, you start with the melody and kind of fill in the harmony, or I like to kind of more like start with usually a harmony and then just noodle melodies on top.
Right on. I like that. It's a really interesting hearing the artist's approach to writing a song.
Yeah, there's so many ways. There's not one song is the same formula, so every time I sit down and try
Yeah.
something, it's always a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
so, Mark, my question to you is what's coming up in the next couple of months or weeks? Are you going on tour? Can I come watch? What's happening? Like, tell me.
Yeah, so I'm putting out some new music on next Friday,
Oh.
November 8th.
Fantastic.
It's a new EP, and on the very same night it comes out, I'm playing a show in Oshawa at the
Fantastic.
Atria
Good to know.
Okay.
Next Friday.
next Friday.
Next Friday at the
Alright,
atrium.
alright.
Okay, I'll
Be
be
there.
I'll be there. Right?
Absolutely.
But from your recent EP, can you at least tell me what's your favorite song on there? Like, what do you think?
Ooh.
Is there?
Maybe Polychrome Forest
Okay.
or Mirror Garden.
It's my favorite.
I
too.
do.
That's such a good one. I love
So
that.
a selfish question then. I do hear Alt J in some of your songs. Would you say they're an influence of yours? Or if not, what would you say is your biggest influence musically?
I hate to break this to you,
It's all good. It's all good.
but I don't know if I know LJ.
No.
I maybe.
Once you listen to them, you guys are like long lost.
I've had
artists.
acquaintances who have mentioned them, and then I think they're on my list to get
You
to,
gotta.
but they're not on the spectrum as far as
It's all good.
influences. So it's interesting. I'll have to go check them out.
So who would be then? Would you say? Do you find yourself even having any influences?
Yeah, they're totally in there, and they range from genres. So I'll pull obviously from different guitarists. So my favorite guy right now is Alan Holdsworth. He's a big jazz fusion guy.
Alright.
So there's a lot of jazz kind of
Fantastic.
embedded in there subtly.
Mhm.
I dabble a lot in the world of electronic music. So there's a cool duo called Colin Sound that
All
do
right.
a lot of
Yeah.
interesting things.
Very cool.
And also like a lot of film composers are inspiring. So you got
Okay.
like John Williams, of course, Hans Zimmer,
Ugh,
all those
the
kinds
classics.
It's the classics. It's you can never go wrong with them. Like,
Your
there's-
influences no bounds at this point.
Yeah, it's the whole spectrum. I just kind of take little things here and there.
Absolutely.
It's great.
And listen to An Awesome Wave by Alt J. You'll love
Ooh,
it.
okay.
But that's good.
Yeah,
Like, I think
thank
that's
you,
we
Mark.
want to thank you.
Fantastic.
So thank you, Mark. What a great interview. We'll be right back with another live performance. Mark, don't go anywhere. Thanks.
Here in the broadcasting program at Durham College, you will learn how to create and produce broadcast quality products. You will gain hands-on experience with audio engineering, the techniques of hosting, being a professional producer, and who knows where else your career can take you. With broadcasting, you can do it all.
Welcome back. We have another live performance from Mark Wylie. Let's find out what he has in store for us right here on Mic'd Up.
Thank you, Mark. What a fantastic performance again. That's unfortunately now all the time we have for today, though. I want to thank you again for coming out, Mark, giving us our own personal concert. That was fantastic. You heard a single on today's show from his upcoming third release, but don't forget to check out his latest album dropping next Friday, November 8th, called Fable, and check him out at the Atria.
Yes.
I wanted to say thank you to all of our technical crew and everyone who made this happen today. We'll be back next week with another artist on Mic'd Up. See you then.
See you then.